Pour some tea. I tell you, if you don't watch out, you get to texting. And if you don't watch out, you send that text. It has some things up there.
Girl.
That you didn't even say, look, do not use, what is that, the voice? Is it
oh
the voice?
my God, yes, the voice recognition. I don't even use it. Yeah, I don't even use it. That's why I don't know what it's called.
I have tried to use that, some of you all.
Disaster.
And I'm going to tell you, I've had to look at some of the stuff it thought I said, because I do have a dialect.
Yes.
And I said, what? I didn't say that.
Eastern North Carolina
but it
dialect.
thought that's what I said. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to use that too much. I said, because if I use that and don't go back and really read my text, then I'm going to offend someone or something.
I know that I've used that, and honey, I've had cuss words. I've had all kinds of stuff that don't make sense in it. I'm like, you know,
sorry about that,
girl.
I am out here. Hello everyone. Guess what I have here? I have a Tabitha Brown Stackable Stoneware tea set. I purchased this from Target a few months ago. I'm reading what she says back here on the back. Hello there. Tabitha Brown brightens days like no one else. Now the actress, vegan, and social media phenomena is partnering with Target to bring the world more vibrant candor and joy with delightful everyday favorites for the kitchen and pantry. Her latest limited time collection will bring love to every gathering. Got a little teapot. It's got a teapot, a cup, and a saucer. That's what she said. Just look how cute it is. You all, it's too cute. And it's stackable too. And I see a little teapot, and you got your little cup, and I gather the saucer is probably inside the box. It is too cute. So I am going to unbox this. Let's take it out, and we're gonna just see how cute it is. Oh, look at there. There's a little cup. Okay. Oh, ooh. It is too cute. Ooh, all this together. Uh-oh. Let me turn it to the side and get it out. It is in there pretty snug, isn't it? Okay. Might take me a little time. I know there got to be a saucer somewhere underneath them. I'm afraid I'm going to break the saucer. I can't see it. Okay. Okay, you all. Isn't that cute? Oh, that mug is bigger than I thought it was. Oh, it's sealed down. Let's see. I have to unseal it. It is too cute. Ooh. Look at that little mug. We're going to have tea. Sierra and myself. And guess what? We're going to drink some chamomile tea from our garden. Look what it says. Take care of yourself. Isn't that too cute? So that's the mug. Look at the little teapot. I'm going to tape it here. Look at it. It is too cute. This is the little teapot, you all. Look at the little lid. It is too cute. Uh-oh. I can't say, you all, they got it in here so snug so you don't have to worry about breaking it. Let's take the little top off there, because I'm about to break something. Look at here. Let's put the little top back in. It's got a little tit here on the end. Now, how cute is that? How cute is this little pot? So you got two things so far. A little pot with a little lid on it, the cup. And then we're going to get the saucer out. And it just slides out, you all. Look at the little saucer. It is too cute. Tabitha Brown. Oh my goodness, if that is not cute. And look at the little handle. How it matches these blues in here. It is too cute, you all. And the other light blue here matches the pot. We're going to have some tea. We'll just get this ready here. I'm going to just wash this out right quick. And we're going to come back and have some chamomile tea. Be right back with you. This is chamomile, you all. This is, you know, I have a garden. And I grew this in my garden. And it's dried out. Dried out chamomile. Chamomile tea. Has a lot of good uses. We'll talk about when I get back. But see, it smells like apple. And using that, we use a little honey to sweeten it. And of course, I'm already putting my, already got my chamomile. Let me show you. Put your chamomile in this here. It's just a little strainer. See? Put it in hot water. Close up here. You dip it in water. Squeeze it. See? Close it up. You dip this in water. Already got some over here already ready. Just need to wash my little teapot out. Look, you all. This is my little teapot from Tabitha Brown Collections. Isn't it cute? We have the tea in it now. This is chamomile tea. Isn't it so darling? Look at the little cup. Look what it says. It is darling, you all. Okay, so we're gonna get ready to have some tea. Okay, you all, we are back, and this is tea time.
Tea time.
With Tabitha Brown. Tea set collection.
Yes.
Like I mentioned before, this is chamomile.
Mm-hmm.
And we're making, and I just made some chamomile tea.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna sweeten with honey. Put a little honey in here. In the cup. Sierra's gonna put some in hers.
I am.
And I'm gonna pour me some of this good tea, hot tea. Let's stand up for a minute. Ooh. Let me see. Pour some tea. Okay. Let's see her pour her some.
Pour me some tea. And
Of course, I just wet at the tablecloth. All right. Don't worry about that, though.
I love chamomile tea, y'all. I love it. I like to, excuse me, I like to drink some chamomile tea before I go to bed just to help relax me. gonna stir this in good, y'all, because I want all that
Yo,
honey to
has melted.
to get into the tea.
Go ahead.
Yep, that's good.
I just can't get over how cute this little set is.
It's very cute.
It's too cute.
Very cute, and it's from her last collection with Target. No, I mean not the last collection, but the collection she released last year. The collection she released last year. I'm ready to try.
Have I had it that long? Have I had it that long?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess it was last year, but if it wasn't, it was the previous one she released before this last one.
Yeah, before this last one. Yes.
Just in case somebody say something, we're gonna try this. Cheers. It's hot.
It is.
A little bit more honey.
Yep. I like how it smells. It's just even.
If you don't want to use honey, you can use sugar. I have used sugar.
I'll take a little bit more too. I love how it smells. It smells just so like delightful and like an apple. Smells relaxing.
Now I think it used to be now and later that smelled like apple. I think they had one that smelled like apple.
You talking about like the chewy candy? Oh yeah, I think it's called green apple.
You all, that's what this tastes like. Green apple. Remember so much of that now, they call it now and later.
That tastes better.
Tastes better. A little sweeter.
Yeah, sweeter. Delicious. I love it.
And you can put sugar with it too if you want to use sugar. You can.
That's really good.
But I just love this little set here. And then, the little cup. I didn't know it had take care of yourself on it.
Yes. Just
the
a reminder.
Salsa. Yeah.
Just a reminder to have like self-care and just to like unwind, relax, take get a tea time and just
enjoy the me time.
Enjoy the me time.
Tea time, me time. I would say you all do whatever you need to do to relax. For us, we're doing this tea time.
Yes.
And you take your tea time. Take the time to connect with loved ones. Get with someone or a friend.
Right.
It gives you a chance to get off the phone because we're so much on our phones now. We're doing a lot of texting. And texting is okay, but my daughter knows I'm not too much of a person that does a lot of texting.
She's not.
I want to talk to you on that phone, or I want to see you in person.
Yes, I'm like, Mama, did you get your text? She was like, No, I didn't get your text. What did you say? A lot of times I just have to call my mother, but and this generation, we're just this new generation, we're just so used to getting things fast, hurry, getting quick responses, and people that are older, they're learning that's kind of how the world is
the
now.
Norm, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're learning it's the norm, but yeah,
I do not like it. It's not the norm for me because you lose that sense of communication, connection.
Yeah,
and I noticed, and I was telling my daughters, both of my daughters,
that's good.
As far as communication, I noticed with the younger generations in the last 10 years, maybe like 12 years, I noticed their way of communicating is different than ours because they have their phone and they'll be right beside each other. They get to texting each other. What about talking to each other?
Right.
What about talking? You lose that sense of communication, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You don't want to lose that sense of communication. Like I said, technology is wonderful in a way, but also technology has its downfalls.
Right.
And the communication is one problem that technology has, interrupted. And I don't think it's a good thing.
Yeah, because sometimes I've witnessed people, they speak very well through text, but in person, it's like it's hard for them to have that one-on-one connection, and the conversation is very awkward. So having that, it's good to learn technology because that's just the way of the world, and that's just the norm now. But it's also
I'm forced
good.
to learn it.
She's forced to learn it. She don't like computers either.
I don't.
But she's learning. But it's also good to have that one-on-one group interaction to help build community, to help build connections, because that's what you need. You can't only do it through a computer. You have to learn how to learn how to kind of navigate both worlds.
And communication is the key.
It's the key.
Communication is the key. Don't let anyone tell you anything different. It makes a difference when you can't communicate compared to when you can't.
Right. Very true. And we're not talking about people who have disabilities that have some challenges with communicating. We're talking about people who
that you're all right in general.
Right.
There's nothing going on with you. You are all right.
Right.
But you just choose to do your communication through your phone. And you don't communicate, not even with your loved ones. You're doing everything through your phone.
Right.
I mean, I wonder what would happen. Have we ever thought about that? What would happen if something actually happened with these phones? And you had to really communicate. You couldn't do all these texts. You couldn't watch all this other mess that they watch on the internet.
Yeah.
You couldn't look up a word to spell. That's one thing too. And I was saying it about myself. I said, you know what? A lot of simple words that I could just spell right off, top of my head. Right now, I'm having to think and having to look twice and say, is that word spelled correctly?
Exactly.
Is it spelled correctly? But you also know a lot of time too when you're texting, you're not gonna get that spell check there.
Right.
It's not gonna be there, is it? That spell check when you're texting.
Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't.
Oh yeah, it is sometimes.
I'll just say this right now. If I have some grammatical errors, it is what it is, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know
I'm
what
wrong.
I'm saying.
It is there. It is. So if you say like you try to do auto correct, but then there are some times that it won't correct. When is that? I've been trying to write something before and it wouldn't correct.
That happens to me sometimes, and even through email, sometimes it just doesn't catch it. Or it's,
so you better learn how to spell. So I said, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start practicing how to spell my words again. You all.
What they say, if you don't use it, you lose it.
If you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you, I see a lot of texts that's sent out by professional people. And people just like myself and like Sierra that have misspelled words or the sentences aren't formed correctly.
And I was like, oh my God.
And I said, oh, okay. I said, okay, I'm not by myself.
Right, like I
I'm not by myself. I said, okay, I understand. I'm not by myself. Not only that, everything's just so fast with the texting and, the fingers and stuff. And I'm just a pecking and carrying on the computer and even with the finger because I have big hands. I have big hands. So it's hard for me to just get the little thing like that. She have little hands so she can just really go right. Until
size 5 ring.
Until if you don't watch out, you get the texting. And if you don't watch out, you send that text. It has some things up there.
Girl.
That you didn't even say, look, do not use, what is that, the voice? Is it
oh
the voice?
My God, yes, the voice recognition. I don't even use it. Yeah, I don't even use it. That's why I don't know what it's called.
I have tried to use that some, you all.
Disaster.
And I'm going to tell you, I've had to look at some of the stuff it thought I said, because I do have a dialect.
Yes.
And I said, what? I didn't say that.
Eastern North Carolina
but it
dialect.
Thought that's what I said. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to use that too much. I said, because if I use that and don't go back and really read my text, then I'm going to offend someone. Or something.
I know that I've used that, and honey, I've had cuss words. I've had all kinds of stuff that don't make sense in it. I'm like, you know,
Sorry about that.
girl. I'm just like,
What in the world?
Because I have a dialect too. And I'm just like, oh my God. I'm like, I did not say that. I'm like, okay. And it was one person. And I don't know, it was somebody, like, I don't know whether it was group work or one of my friends or something, but it had ass in there, some other words. And I said, I was like, we're not gonna do that. I'm like, how could you pick up what I said as this? So it's crazy. It's kind of like getting back to what you were saying. If we didn't have it, I remember back in the day, because I grew up in the 90s, and so I remember payphones, which a lot of kids, Generation Z, don't even know what that is.
Yes.
But I remember cell phone. I remember payphones, and it's 25 cents. And before Mom got your cell phone in the late 90s, we would have to use the payphones, and we would always make sure we had change. You and Dad, when we went out, y'all always make sure that, you know, y'all had like a little change. You had the change person. Dad had change, you know, in his pocket or whatever. And we had sometimes had to make them calls. And another thing that the cell phone has done, I don't know nobody's number. Only ones that I know is like my immediate family members, but my friends.
Sometimes those get fuzzy for you.
Exactly.
Because sometimes I had to think about your number and Sierra number.
Yeah.
Your number and Mandisha's number, and even Jared's number sometimes. And if I don't automatically just look it up, and I just started typing it in, I said, okay, let me think about it for a few seconds here. Wait a minute, I said, is that correct? I said, looks right. Then I try to dial it. A few times I have dialed the wrong number.
Oh my God.
But then I go back to the phone and say, you know what? I'm not doing all that. It's in the phone. Go hit the number in the phone. There it is.
Right. There it is.
There it is. You know, it goes on through. Goes on through.
Man, it's crazy. And
it makes a big difference.
It really does. And when you got your cell phone in the 90s, girl, it was just amazing. It was fat and chunky. I think it was a Nokia.
No, it was an Altair.
Oh my God.
It was an Altair, but I think, did I get it 1990 or 1989 or so? It was a big chunky phone. It was called Altair.
You been 1990, you talk about 1997 or 1998?
I'm not too sure. I want to say it was like 1998 or 1997 or something like that.
Yeah, it was one of those times.
It was a big chunky phone.
It was chunky.
And it was called Altair. It was a chunky phone. That was my first ever cell phone. And I didn't know any other company that was making cell phones. It might have been. But that was one I had. Was an Altair. And this was big and chunky. I must still have that phone somewhere. I don't think I gave it away. Because I said I was going to keep it.
And it worked too.
And it was thick.
Yes, it was.
And I thought I was doing something.
Yes.
But as you know, all the stuff they have on the phones now, it didn't have all of that up there. But still, it was good to have.
Yep. Make them calls and stopped us from having to go to payphones. And then eventually the payphones started going obsolete. Like in the late 90s, you started seeing less and less of them. And they just picked them up and...
Yeah, and a lot of them, they vandalized a lot of them. A lot of them wouldn't even work.
Yeah, graffiti.
You went there and thought you were going to use a payphone.
Yeah.
The phone wouldn't even work. You go there, everything snatched out.
Yeah, the cords and stuff would be snatched out.
Everything wouldn't even work. And then it used to be nasty.
Yes,
people
nasty.
Used to do some of everything in them. Even pee in them. Just stunk. They were not safe to use.
They were, yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, you all, that's our little conversation we're having with our tea.
Those little girls. Okay, so we was heading to the apartment today, and tell everybody what we seen today. Two little girls. How old did they look? Like
they
maybe
couldn't have been more than maybe about 8.
8, yeah.
7 or 8.
Yeah.
They each had a cell phone.
They had a cell phone, y'all.
Yeah, and I was just really concerned about one little girl because she was into her cell phone.
Yeah, she was getting off.
But also
there
was traffic, right? Coming. And she was more into her phone. then, I thought about safety.
Yeah, her surroundings. It's just like she was locked in on that phone, whatever she was doing with it, just touch screen. And I'm just like, oh my God, like whatever.
And I know they have to have phones now, kids, they need to have phones now.
Yeah, they need to, safety purposes.
Don't mean that I agree with them, but I agree with them having phones, but I know they have got to have phones now with so much going on.
Craziness in the world.
Because I think about the safety of it, and I also think about these people that are not so nice.
Yeah, oh God, yeah.
But I know that, and I know most of the phones, a lot of time I think parents are responsible, and they do have to put a parental guidance on those phones, so they don't be getting all sorts of things on the website. So that's good. So I know they do need to have a phone, but my concern is a lot of times safety. But while we're talking about young people, don't forget about older people.
Oh yes,
they're just as bad. They're worse, and we know better. We're on our phone. We're just walking to traffic. We're on our phone. We're driving. We're texting while we're driving. We're doing all these things.
Yeah.
So we're just as bad. So I guess we all need to practice safety more, and just try to make sure we keep our young people safe, because those phones can be a hellion. Yes. They really can.
Yep. It can be a hellion, but it can it's just like on the flip side, it can save their life, and
they can save lives too.
Yeah, just
they have saved many lives.
Yeah.
They also have brought justice in a lot of cases.
Oh yeah, with the camera.
It's the camera. So it's
voice recording too.
Right, voice recording. Yeah, right. So it has a lot of good features. But also, it has the flip side of some of the bad things. But I would say probably the good outweigh the bad.
It does.
But I would just say, we just safety. Just whatever we do, just be safe.
Yeah, you gotta think safety first.
Safety first. Okay, you all. My tea was so delicious.
It
like
is.
I said, you all, I grow chamomile and some other spearmint and other things in my garden, kind of herbs in my garden, and I just love my chamomile. And one thing about chamomile, when you plant it, you don't have to worry about it not coming back. It's gonna come back every year. It's gonna come back more each year.
It seems like it spreads,
and it spreads, and next thing you know, it'll be everywhere. You say, what?
Yes.
Huh? It's over here. So I planted here, but it's all everywhere, you all, and it is so good,
delicious,
so relaxing.
Yes.
So, I mean, I guess it's okay buying it in the store, but if you can have something freshly grown, it's nothing like having something fresh than processed stuff that's in the store. You can grow your own herbs, you all, your own teas and things, because you want to.
Yep.
Okay, and look, I love this little teapot, you all.
That is so cute.
It is too cute. It holds heat. It's like stoneware or ceramic. I think she said it was stoneware. Oh. That's it was stoneware?
Okay. Wow. Well, that's good.
I didn't expect this little mug to be this fat either. But it's just darling. I just love it.
It has a good message on it, too.
A good message. I love that
always
message.
A good reminder.
Because we need to always take care of ourselves. I know we don't always do. I don't myself. That's why I have to have my me time.
Me time, yes.
And my vacation time, you all.
Yes.
I have to have that. It's good to have it.
Yep.
Well, this was about this little teapot.
Yes.
This is our little tea time here we've had. So, I will say until the next video.
Yes.
Or until the next tea time. Take care of yourself. And what are we going to say? Enjoy life and breathe. Ooh. See you later.
Okay, bye y'all.
Bye.